Okay, guys, this is my review of The Dark Knight Rises. As yesterday, I just finished rewatching it. I really like it. I really like it. I think yes, there's a lot going on, but I think that honestly, a lot of it flows together, and I think it all goes down to this on a character level. This level of the city needing Batman, the city needing him. This idea of the Dark Knight Rises is figuratively, but also literally when he has to climb the pit. But I think like everything centers around the fact that Bane and Talia al Ghul wants to exact revenge on Batman and wants to finish the work of destroying Gotham. And I think like in that level it all fits where it's like they all diverge into saving Gotham. Because even when like Catwoman's burglaring at the beginning of the film, to get like the fingerprints and sell it to like those crime organization people, whatever, at the beginning. That had to do with now they're gonna do the whole, now they want to try to get uh Wayne Manor bankrupt and stuff. So it all connects to this overarching plot of taking over Gotham and destroying Gotham. But I think like destroying Gotham, all that stuff, is kind of that motivate is like almost like device to motivate Batman and Bruce to climb out of the pit and fight for it. So I think that was exciting, and I do like seeing like the passage of time and seeing Gotham become more corrupt and corrupt as he's in the pit. And yeah, I think a lot of the chaotic parts are kind of cool. Now, obviously, the crashing the plane stuff, great. I think especially the new additions of Robin, and Selena Kyle were great additions. I like them in the mix, and I think Bane was a cool villain. I think Talia al Ghul reveal was interesting, where it's like there were hints of it the whole time. So it's like it's not like it was out of nowhere, because let's be honest, Bane could have killed her then. Like there's so many opportunities, and like especially with Talia, what's his face, Lucius Fox was not gonna give up the nuclear bomb. But then Talia was like, hey, being the new head of Wayne Manor, she was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll give it up. It's our responsibility or something. So it's like subtle ways they hinted at it the whole time. But yeah, I think it made sense. But it was like that was literally happened in like the last 10 minutes of the movie. And I think like the crazy thing is, it's like there's so many. I think what I didn't understand was like there were probably so many better moments for you to turn. Like literally, she waited till literally the last second to say, "Hey, oh yeah, I'm a villain too," because the whole time she didn't really act villainous. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm there. I'm in the fold. I'm there." Until like the very last second, she's like, "Shh, oh, I'm the villain," which was a cool kind of the way they revealed it, he's like, where Batman's like, "There's no way you gave it to that ordinary person." Then she stabs him, and I love her line of, "Although I may not be ordinary, I am a citizen," because Batman said, "There's no way you would give it to an ordinary citizen." So when she stabbed him, she's like, over her hand over the trigger and saying, "Although I'm not ordinary, I am a citizen." And yeah, I think like that was cool. Like Jim Gordon trying to defeat the bomb. I think like the final battle was great because it really wrapped up the trilogy. Like on top of like the big cops versus criminals fight, which is a big embodiment of what a lot of this trilogy is about. This idea like criminals on the run from the cops with Batman in the fold. In the franchise, same thing here. Batman takes the lead because he takes the big boss fight, just like he takes like the big moments in the trilogy. Where yes, it's kind of like a good representation of a lot of parts of this franchise, where it's like you got cops catching criminals, cops versus criminals, and you got Batman, taking charge against the main villains that no ordinary cop can defeat. Bane, Ra's al Ghul, Joker. And at the same time, then you have the extraordinary cops. Jim Gordon, and in this case also Blake / Robin, whatever, and Catwoman. So I think that's cool. And Catwoman's a cool character. I think she was done nicely in this film as well. Obviously more of a, I wouldn't even anti-hero, I guess, but that's fine. I didn't care. You could take a new interpretation because they had so many other villains. They had Bane. They had Talia al Ghul. They had the guy who played, Scarecrow obviously was in this for like a second. But then they had that organization company, but Orson Krennic guy. But yeah, so I think they had a lot of different things running, but I think it flowed for the most part. Obviously, I would trim down some moments, and I think I didn't understand every little aspect of this film, but I think overall, I think it worked. I think the plan was definitely convoluted and at times messy, because it was the plan is to, because it's weird, to the public. I guess I like this idea of to the public he's saying, oh yeah, all we're doing is getting rid of the cops, all we're doing is breaking out the robbers, let's make it anarchy, but when really that's a diversion for what's really going on. Because which would you rather? Telling the citizens, yeah, we're blowing up the city in 5 months, because yes, this a lot of the film takes place over 5 months. Or would you rather, oh yeah, anarchy, that's what we're doing, we're helping the city. But really, what are they, we want to take over the city and then ultimately blow it up. But what are we going to do during these 5 months? Just tell the citizens, oh yeah, we're blowing up the city. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing in 5 months. Instead, no, just paint the picture of, oh, it's for political reasons. Oh, for the people. We're doing it for you. When obviously they're going to blow up the city and do what Ra's al Ghul did. And I think tying it into Batman Begins and Dark Knight was good. I really liked how it tied the trilogy together, where it's the villains tied directly into Batman Begins, but the whole Batman aspect ties directly into the Dark Knight, with him not wanting to be Batman anymore because they blamed the murder for him. He wanted to be the villain in this case for Harvey Dent's death. And so I think I really love that. You don't have to have the Joker in this mix to directly make it connected. They have a lot of talk about Batman having to move on, and after Rachel's death, which ties into Dark Knight. So I really like how it kind of concludes the trilogy as overall, and it's definitely I'd say my second favorite in the Dark Knight trilogy, but all three of them are great. I think definitely one of my favorite trilogies of all time. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos coming at you.